ready to go to the clinic? Yeah.
My name is Amber Shoemaker, and this is my husband, David. We have 2 boys, Blake, who is 11, and we have Zayden, who is 7. We've been coming to Leaps since Blake was 9 months old. In the very beginning, it was pretty obvious that he wasn't picking things up and grasping them in his hand.
And I think before we got into Leaps, like, Dad was in denial, like, oh, he'll get there, you know, he's a late bloomer. And then eventually she's like, Dave, he's not doing things that he should have at 3 months and he's 9 months old. Like, this is not just a delay.
When this all began, I was in a dark place. For years, I really struggled with why us? Why did this happen?
We were worried, like, all the time that he was going to badly, you know, injure himself because he couldn't control his body. It just kind of hit, you know, the reality of like, okay, we've got to do something.
It wasn't until we stepped foot in these doors and were able to kind of meet other families and have people cheering us on and saying, this is how you're going to get to the goals that you want to achieve.
Blake came to us in 2013. He was just 9 months old. He's been with us through all of our growth, and they've been able to watch us grow while we've been able to watch him grow. Blake couldn't sit up when we first met him, and there were a lot of questions, uncertainty that this baby wouldn't be able to move. And if you see him now, he is sitting, standing, running, jumping, playing, full of energy. You probably wouldn't have thought that he had movement challenges when he was a baby.
Most kids, when they fall down, they put out their hands and like protect themselves from falling flat on the floor. I remember he was getting into a sitting position, but he was just kept falling. And it wasn't until he developed some core strength, because we were working on it so much here, he finally had that strength to stabilize himself on the horse. And so that was really, I think, a big factor in what propelled him.
People that don't have any connections to special needs in their family or even their close circle, it's really hard to understand. And I think we were ignorant to that too.
We just want our kids to be able to pick up a pen and put it to the paper and make a scribble, and that's it. And you keep going, and you know, and it's just the simple things, and it makes things so much smaller, so much bigger. They're not milestones, they're inch stones. It's just 1 inch. You celebrate it all. I don't think there's a better feeling than seeing your son happy. When he's on that horse and they're walking around, he is in his happiest place. And if it's doing some work and he doesn't know it, like, even better.
We fully trust Leaps and Bounds and their expertise. And I think that really lifts a big weight off of our shoulders instead of trying to take it all on our own. Everything that we've seen and felt over the last decade, I don't think it would have been the same somewhere else, and couldn't imagine the last 10 years without him.